Cold desert winds rushed across Outpost 19 as Ethan Reed walked back to his small shelter. It was late, almost midnight, and most humans working on the distant planet Car 7 were already inside their bunkers. But Ethan loved silence. He liked walking alone, watching the strange purple moons rise over the dark rocks. It made him feel calm, but tonight something was different. Tonight, he heard crying, a soft, weak, trembling cry, like a wounded kitten, but not human, not animal, not anything he had ever heard before. Ethan stopped. The cry came again, short, scared, breathless. His training told him to move away. Car 7 was home to dangerous species. Even the small ones could bite through steel. But something inside him pushed him forward. The cry sounded too helpless, too fragile. He followed the sound behind a rusted supply container. And then he froze. A small alien cub, maybe 2 years old, sat shaking beside a broken metal crate. Her skin glowed faint blue in the dim light. Her tiny tail curled painfully against her stomach. Her big eyes were wet with fear, hunger, and cold. She was starving. Her ribs were clearly visible. Her little hands trembled. Her breathing was weak and fast. The kind that told Ethan she hadn't eaten anything for days. Ethan slowly knelt. He whispered softly, "Hey, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you." The cub leaned back, scared, but she was too weak to run. Ethan opened his emergency pack and pulled out a small nutrition bar, compressed food humans ate during long work shifts. The cub stared at it like it was treasure. Her throat moved. She swallowed her saliva. Ethan held the bar out. For a moment, nothing happened. Then suddenly, she leaped forward, grabbed it, and devoured it in seconds. She ate it so fast she almost choked. Ethan immediately offered her water. She drank it with both hands, spilling half of it on her face, but refusing to stop. "Easy, easy," Ethan murmured. "There's more." He gave her another half bar. Her breathing slowed. Her shaking stopped a little. Her eyes softened, no longer sharp with panic. For the first time, the cub looked up at him, as if she couldn't believe someone had helped her. And then she did something unexpected. She touched his knee gently, like a silent thank. Ethan exhaled slowly. "Where is your family?" he asked softly, but she didn't answer. She just stared toward the dark canyon beyond the outpost, fear returning to her face. She pointed. Ethan looked in the same direction. Saw nothing. But the night suddenly felt heavier. The wind stopped. Silence filled the outpost. And then, a deep tremor rolled through the ground. Not like an earthquake. More like footsteps. Very heavy footsteps. The cub instantly hid behind Ethan's leg, trembling harder than before. Her tiny hands clutched him like he was her only shield. Ethan did not move. His heart pounded, but he stood still. Then, from the dark canyon mist, a figure stepped out. Tall, curved, lethal, beautiful in a way no human language could explain. An alien woman, nearly 7 feet tall. Skin glowing the same pale blue as the cub. Silver patterns moved slowly across her arms like living tattoos. Her eyes burned bright violet, scanning everything with cold, dangerous intelligence. She walked like a hunter. Fast, silent, deadly. Ethan's breath caught. This was no ordinary alien. This was a Zarian matriarch, one of the most feared and respected female warriors of the region. They protected their young with terrifying force. One wrong move, and Ethan would be gone before he took his next breath. The cub ran to her, hugging her leg weakly. The mother knelt, checking her daughter's body carefully, the desperation in her movements showing she thought she had lost her. Then, slowly, she lifted her head and looked at Ethan. Her expression was unreadable, part anger, part suspicion, part raw instinct. Her voice, when she spoke, was deep and smoky. "You fed my child." It was not a question. Ethan swallowed. Yes, she was starving. The mother tilted her head slightly, her violet eyes studying him like he was a puzzle. Humans do not feed our kind, she said coldly. They run. They fear us. Ethan nodded. I didn't see a dangerous alien. I saw a starving child. A long, tense silence followed. The mother stood tall, powerful, graceful, the kind of presence that made even trained soldiers feel small. She stepped closer. Ethan didn't move. He could hear his heartbeat. The mother leaned in, her face inches from his. Her eyes glowed brighter. You touched her, she whispered. You gave her food. You showed mercy. Ethan didn't know what to say. He simply nodded. Then, suddenly, without warning, her expression changed. A soft, dangerous smile formed on her lips. The kind of smile that meant something deeper, older, and not entirely safe. In my culture, she said slowly, when a male feeds a cub of my blood, the mother must repay the debt. Ethan blinked. Repay? With what? The air around her shifted. Her eyes softened. Her voice dropped to something warm, magnetic, almost seductive without trying, with herself. Ethan's heart skipped. Before he could speak, the mother stepped even closer, close enough for him to feel the heat of her glowing skin. My name, she whispered, is Celira. And you, human, have saved the most precious thing I own. She reached out and touched his chest with one clawed finger, gently, carefully. The cub tugged her mother's arm and pointed at Ethan again, making soft, happy sounds. Celira's smile widened. You are brave, she said. Kind, that is rare here. Ethan felt heat rise in his face. I only did what anyone should do. No, she whispered. Not anyone. Only you. Another tremor echoed through the canyon. But this time it wasn't footsteps. It was a warning call from another Zarian clan. Celira's expression instantly changed from warm to sharp. She grabbed Ethan's wrist. You must come with me. Now? What? Why? Because, she said, pulling him close. My clan will smell that you fed my cub. They will think you claim bonding rights. Bonding what? Celira leaned close, her lips almost touching his ear. It means, she whispered, they will think you are my mate. Ethan's eyes widened. What? No, I didn't. I just fed a hungry child. Celira smirked, a fierce, beautiful, dangerous expression. Then you must run. Or you must accept it. The cub hugged Ethan's leg again, purring softly. Ethan stood frozen. In one single night, he had gone from walking peacefully to feeding an alien child, to standing in front of her mother, to being told he was now considered her mate, and the rest of the clan was already coming. Celira squeezed his wrist gently. Choose. Human, she whispered. Behind them, shadows moved in the canyon, fast, angry, hunting. Ethan looked at Celira, then at the cub, then at the incoming danger. He took a deep breath, and he made his choice.